Episode 43. This episode's gonna be all roundup. We've gone back to the Reaper quest, just to do all of that roundup and farming that I want to do. There are a few side objectives we can round up, and a few shops that we can also round up, I guess. I suppose I consider the shops also as side objectives, considering they're sort of part of 100%. Where to first, though? I should probably have thought of that before the episode started. We have this thing, this very interesting heart which was all over the place. We have one craft metal, which we can use in the cauldron on the... whatever this hook tool thing is. This cogfly, I think, that the maestros have. And whatever this tool that the weavers had way up over here. Maybe to start with, I want a tool. Let's use our one craft metal and decide on... and even though it's kind of out of the way, I guess this one seems like it's maybe the most worthwhile if it's that far out of the way. That far from any fast travel. That's probably not a correct way of looking at how valuable a tool is. But I'm gonna have to get this tool at some point anyway. Doing this climb again after we got double jump should be a lot easier though, right? I guess there's some value in feeling how valuable double jump is. Doing this kind of platforming again. And of course we don't have to worry about the cold anymore. For this gathering run, this loose ends completion and also farming run, I just put on all the tools that make us better at getting money. This snitch pick for the claw shot, this thieves mark, magnetite brooch, and then just some other things which I guess don't really help with gathering money but are, I don't know, it felt like they were things that I wanted to use. The long claw, however, I feel like is a good fit for the Reaper class, the Reaper crest. Considering it's also like the witch, it's slower and long range on its own. So doubling down on the long range with the long claw is interesting, I think. Oh. I didn't realize you would lose money when you take damage. This was actually the wrong class to take then. Wrong quest. If we're doing some platforming and there are no enemies around. We can also do this now. Perhaps intentional, something that they include here for your repeat return. And there's still the part of the map all the way to the right, which probably isn't anything to actually explore. Just because the map looks like this edge right here. It was the same thing in Hollow Knight. It doesn't always mean that you can explore there, but sometimes it does, like with the exhaust organ. Where am I going? Can I do this? I can. Another shortcut. I was wondering what was rising up out of the ground as we walked on it. I guess that's all of the, is that like down or something? I guess it's more like dandelion or something. think we're almost there. This should be the last area. And maybe we can just go up this way? No, we can't. Well, it's not too far here anyway. Are you still here? No, it left. Okay, so what is this fancy tool thing? Designed for a weaver weapon. Oh wait, ruined tool? Is that? Hang on, This was the same tool that we could use down here, actually. With, the architect. And yeah, I guess they do it on purpose, but the way that she described repairing the tool, she said that she would impart some of her own identity onto it, as if that would change the tool. And when she said that, I wondered if there were maybe other identities that would be able to be imparted on the tool, like if we brought it to Flick or something, a different crafts bug. But it seems like there is actually an option here to repair it as the architect repairs it, or as originally designed by the weavers, since we're using it here. Well, I came all this way, so I guess I'm making the choice to do this. Now I feel like I'm gonna miss out on whatever the architect might have had. One can't be better than the other, right? Or can it? The silk shot, ancient weapon of the weavers, repaired to its original form, uses shell canisters and the wielder's own silk to fire. Go, silk. Yep, it uses 1 silk. And requires 5 material. It's a laser beam, just like all of those little robots around this area have. Neat. The only problem is, what is the other version of this tool? Can we go talk to the architect, whatever her name was, and can she, like, change the tool on the fly? Or is it just like this forever now? At least the return trip is fast. Oh. Damn. I wonder what an architect version of this silk shot would be like. Maybe it fires more like needles or something sharp like the saw blade. Should be over in, I guess, the Grand Bellway. Yeah, the fastest way over is that one ventricle, whatever this thing is. Where's the ventrica, whatever. We got that achievement that told us we unlocked all of the bellways. But I'm still not sure if we unlocked all of the ventrica. There might not be an equivalent achievement for that. Hey, you. Look at this. Are you still to climb my grand core, Bugred? Within you may marvel at the work of architects my own, and all those past before. Oh, I see. Within the core, we may marvel at. Didn't quite understand the grammar there. My path takes me in many directions, Master, but in due course, I will ascend the core and claim the melody atop it. Damn, we can't find out what this version of the tool is. Maybe I'm just gonna quickly look this up. I hate to do this, especially because I haven't finished the game yet, but I'm just going to very, very quickly understand what this decision that I made was. Silkshot, Silksong. After obtaining the ruined tool, it can be brought to one of 3 places, really. Oh, the Forged Daughter was a version of that. And yeah, there are like 3 versions of this tool. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I guess the architect over here would have cost us 130. I remember that. Still 1 craft metal. The Forged Daughter would have cost us 240. But what is the difference, I guess? I see. This wiki page also has it. Forged Daughter's variant shoots quick, single shots with damage around equal to a needle of a similar upgrade, allowing for damage at a distance. It has the highest upgradable capacity of any tool starting at 15, okay? High capacity quick shots, sure. Let's hover over this while we're talking about it. Where is it? There it is. 12 Architect's variant shoots a burst of 3 weaker bullets at an incredibly fast rate, making it good for chip damage, but each burst requires 1 strand of silk, making it easy to burn through silk if used carelessly. Oh, so the Forged Daughters... No, wait. Yeah, so all of them use silk, but... I guess the Forged Daughter shoots, yeah, a single shot, which is just fairly quick, but not as quick as the 3-round burst, apparently. And Hornet's variant, I guess Hornet repaired it herself, sure, using the original design. Hornet's variant shoots a large piercing beam after a short windup, dealing damage equal or damage above the equivalent needle upgrade. Oh, so these do vary depending on your needle upgrade? Longer startup and low tool capacity. Oh, this is low tool capacity, I guess. Comparatively. Make it harder to find openings to use, but its high damage and pierce make it good at dealing damage to multiple enemies. And it pierces defenses. Okay. So we got the piercing laser. I guess that's the one we chose. We didn't even know about the option for the Forged Daughter. But yeah, the other ones were just like a single shot thing with greater capacity, the highest capacity of any tool, apparently, is what this wiki page is saying. Because it starts at 15 and then goes beyond that. And then 12's Architect was a 3-round burst. All of those sound interesting, and I kind of wish I could swap these at will. It'd be kind of nice if there was an update to the game, like they did with Hollow Knight, the original, where they kind of upgrade the usefulness of certain charms or tools or something, and maybe expand on the functionality of them. When Grim Truth came out, they let you change all the fragile ones into unbreakable ones, which was basically the same functionality, but just not breakable. But if there were similar upgrades to this game, maybe they'd let you swap between these different tools or something, especially if one was more meta than the other. Not that I have such interest in meta things, I just like experiencing everything. Well, I guess we're going this way now. Let's see what this hard thing does. Oh, wrong way. I think the High Halls should have been the closest. Nice thing about having the weave light on, it makes it a lot easier to use this one silk cost tool. Oh, just over it. Damn. Yeah, there's that wind up. Wait, this is actually pretty busted, isn't it? With just one weave light, we can always range away. Of course, the tool has that's right. It uses more than just silk, obviously. I should know that. I'm not exactly counting the shots here, so I don't know how much more powerful... I don't feel how much more powerful this silk shot is. I actually thought it would be more of like a grappling hook. The silk shot. It's like a shot of silk, right? So it sounds like it shoots and there's silk attached, like a grappling hook. And also from the menu here, it sort of looked like... Well, before it was repaired, and I guess even when it's repaired, it looked like it would be some kind of claw thing. But yeah, it's just a shot that uses silk. That's it. You got me. And we're not getting anything back when we take damage, so that's a problem. I guess I should really consider what area I'm going to before I put on the quote-unquote money farming build. Ricochet. So what's so special about this thing? Have a heart. It's the second Sentinel. Woken is his Sentinel. Functional is its shell. Still devoted is his Sentinel, and awaiting your commandment. You speak, Gilded One. I have no command for you, but my curiosity is piqued. Okay, goodbye forever, says Hornet. You call yourself a Sentinel. What is it you are charged with protecting? Defense of the sacred citadel, and the voices that fill it, is our eternal duty. This one's called Second Sentinel. Sort of like the Force Chorus and all the other courses that we found, I guess. Could there have been like another Sentinel that we could have met at some other point or something? I'm not sure. Or maybe we'll meet it later.
That's fine.
I had assumed as much. Yet look around you, Gilded One. During your slumber, the citadel has fallen, and its voices lay silent. This place is dead, or very, very nearly. Some would argue that standing guard over a kingdom's corpse is a foolish task, empty of meaning. I wonder then, will you still hold true to your charge? The pause there. Eternal is the citadel. Eternal is the devotion of the Sentinels. While its shell is functional, this Sentinel will hold true to its duty. Okay. Well, off it goes. The Eternal Sentinel. All we did was satisfy Hornet's curiosity then. That's all this little side quest was for. Surely nothing else. Okay, what now? This was, right, more craft metal. We could explore this new area. Or this other new area. Or this other new area. Like I said, we're still going to be rounding up some things here. Things that we can round up, so not that. You know, I guess... How much money do we have? Not that much. Not really. But maybe while we're over here, in this area here, maybe we'll be able to get some more money on the way. I've been thinking about finishing up this quest right here. We actually know where everything is, just while we were wandering around over in this direction and that direction. We found the materials needed that we didn't know where they were, and the only things left now are the delivery over in Bellheart, which we have to bring over to the top without taking too much damage. Somehow. And also this one, the 400 cost nectar, which we almost have enough for. For this delivery though, we'd have to go like all the way up to the coral chambers without taking damage. The fastest way might be left through Shellwood and then up through this way, past the Grand Gate and all that. But I was wondering about this. Bellheart seems a lot taller, doesn't it, than it appears on the map, basically. And I feel like this might be a connection point of some kind that I somehow missed. I can't imagine you would go up from Bellheart into the Underworks. I can't imagine there would be that kind of backdoor entry into Act 2 like there was over here. But who knows, maybe there is. But if there were a way in, then I think we could maybe create some kind of shortcut down here. Let's try. I think there was that one room, wasn't there, where we sort of heard the echoing of Bellheart? Damn. We're not farming money this way. I like the way these little clockwork guys walk back and forth and then back and forth. I guess I should be using my Silk Offensive, eh? Yeah, I should be. This is actually a pretty decent place to farm money. These guys aren't too tough when you know how they work, and they drop a lot of money. But we're not farming quite that way yet. Not until we run out of other things to do. So I guess we want to go to this one. Oh, right. This might end up being like a huge waste of time. So our quickest route is going to be... I guess we can go below or above. I think above would be more of a straight shot. There's like one big eye in the way, but it's mostly just platforming down there, or up there. And I think the bottom route, if I remember correctly, it winds and weaves and has all of those ups and downs in the dark tunnels. Like this. Like more of this on the underground pass, I think. Right, the underworks guys, even with the pin on, they don't drop that many rosaries. That's just their nature. So we're already here, we just want to go down. Oh, you can't activate this down thing if you do it right. Oh, oops. Damn, I'm just experimenting here. You can't do it in the sky if you're like this. But you can do it after, like, any attack, maybe? No, not any attack. I guess it has to be like the pogo. Not just the pogo, but I've seen before there are certain states Hornet gets into where she can't do this, and she defaults to doing that, a down dash. Which is good, if you know how to do it. So if I remember correctly, there was this whole room, which just seemed like a weird secret, but it had to go somewhere, right? Maybe? Right? This is obviously Bellheart. At first I thought it might just be some kind of, I don't know, lore connection, like a little thing that makes you think, oh, the world is connected. But there has to be some kind of way inside this, I think. Maybe this is supposed to be some kind of hint that up above there's a way to go down this, like if we somehow drop down from here. But just looking at this way the map is laid out, I'd feel like this would be the way to connect into Bellheart, if at all. We'll explore around a little bit more, but looking at it now, this room does feel like a bust, I guess. Whose voice is that anyway? And now all the way back up. Sometimes that's just how it goes. And I think every time we take damage here, even if we kill the enemy just after taking 1 damage, we're still gonna end up going negative with the measly drop rate of rosaries down here. We're still in the top part of the tunnel. And now we're at the dropping bit. And over on the left side here, this would be the only place I can think of where there'd be some way to connect to Bellheart. We've certainly been here before, but there doesn't seem to be anything here. No route up. No route down. I guess it's about time I give up on this theory. Is there really no way into Bellheart, even though the map seems like it goes so much higher? Right there. The map slopes down and to the left on this version, indicating this part of the map. And it seems so much higher than Shellwood and about equal to the height of Greymore. Which I guess it sort of is already. But maybe there really is no route. Maybe the little room here really is just showing you a weird connection. I guess we'll just have to go the long way when doing the delivery. I wasted my time, but I satisfied my curiosity, I guess. And now we're going back this way. Get out of here, you. Almost there. And here we are. After we get through this theme. Detour complete. Back to the... Has the terminus changed at all? This place is like in the top part of the map, like the very top part. For which we don't have a bench yet. No apparent exit either, though there should be. Even with double jump, it seems like there's none. How would people get in and out of this room from the location it is, other than these ventricle? Okay, time for a delivery. I do kind of want to keep on the extra money stuff while we're going in the direction of Bellwood, or from Bellhart to the Citadel. The Courier's Rasher. Were these Bone Bottom, Pilgrim's Rest? Wasn't there like a new delivery thing other than these two? Not just the one that we delivered to Styx over in Sinner's Road. I could have sworn there was like a delivery to some other place that we unlocked. Well, whatever. We're here for the Courier's Rasher. It is yours, Miss Courier. Meat's prepared fresh as fresh, in our special way. Miss Courier must know, our rasher is delicious, strong, fatty food. Oh, extra talent here. But it's not long to last, if not stored quick. Its flavor fast turns foul. If the rasher is likely to spoil, then I shall make fast for the Citadel. I've no desire to see your efforts or your scant supplies wasted. Fair. Let's do this quickly. I was thinking about doing it without this, but we'll be fine if we take this off and put this on. Didn't really think we had to always be running super duper fast like this, but for this one, it's going to be kind of necessary. Of course, I know which way to go. I'm an expert at this point. All the way to the blasted steps, and beyond. Try not to get hit, I'm pretty sure that still counts as a rule, beyond just the time. It's fun that they added this as a challenge beyond just the never get hit a single time challenge that was in the first game. Which was a fun challenge, but this is kind of expanding on that. I say that I'm an expert, but I still have to check the map, don't I? It might have been faster actually to go up this route rather than this one. But we're here now. And actually all the way up the blasted steps. How easily we forget after we learn fast travel. After we unlock fast travel. Both time-based and hit-based, this challenge. You know, I didn't even consider. Would it have been faster to go up to... Well, I guess that's the point. They might be equivalent. They might be able to look equivalent if you just look at the map and plot out your route through the two routes here, and it's just up to the player whichever one they prefer, I guess, to decide. I guess Blasted Steps is the one that I learned first, but I guess going through Sinner's Road isn't all that bad if you consider it's not that far. Going through the exhaust organ isn't really that long after you defeat the boss and open the shortcut. And then from there, you're already in the coal chambers. It's kind of the same thing here, other than this huge distance we have to travel up the Blasted Steps all the way. Gotta be careful of spikes too. Where am I? This way. It's a good thing the thing in Hollow Knight wasn't timed. Taking one hit and being timed would have been a nightmare. Keeping my eye out for little shortcuts that I can take with double jump now that I have it. Not that I really have to keep my eye out for it. There's a lot of just general shortcuts that just exist naturally due to having all of these traversal things. Alright, we're already here. This old run. I was just about to say, we're maybe gonna make it without taking any damage, and then I immediately took damage. Sorry guys, no time. And of course this one becomes a lot easier. We don't really have to play the puzzle that much of raising and lowering these. Was this right? Hang on. Are we still being timed when I look at this? I don't think so. It's just been so long since we were here. Well, we just gotta make our way up eventually. Okay, here we are. Was that a... No, okay. Not a broken wall. Not a breakable wall. Yeah, so we're now at the bottom of these coral chambers, so... Yeah, we just gotta go to the right and up. This might actually be the hardest part, with enemies that are a bit more aggressive than we're previously used to. And also them spawning in like this. Of course we don't have to fight, but I'm also in it for the money, you know? Already here. Damn, that's real bad. I really shouldn't be fighting. We can maybe take one more hit, but I think I know this area well enough that I can avoid them. Or just power through them. This was also an area where one of those automaton things would attack us. The ones that sap all of your silk. But I guess we really did remove them all from the game. And then And then up and to the left. So this is where we're at now, so we gotta go there. That one comes alive. We exit out here, spike pit below. Damn. I can't believe this. That guy was like one shot away. I was even counting on it. But the activation time on the, well, I don't think I even activated it, the laser. We were just outside of this place too. It was basically right here. That's what I get for attacking them, I guess. I just wanted the money. I think we go this way and into that ventricle. Can't believe this. What a waste of time. I'm still going positive on money, but still. Oh hey, it's you. Well, I'm glad I'm meeting you somehow. You're kinda crazy. And off she goes. We had like a similar encounter with the Green Prince in this room, although the Green Prince didn't fight, I don't think. And another similar encounter with Gormund and Zaza. Maybe this is actually a quicker way after we make our way up from this point, rather than going this way and up this way. Yeah, we just go through this way and there are less enemies through the spawn and all that. Here we go again. Oh, while I'm down here, I guess we should have enough money now, right? I didn't even check, but do we? We do. Oops. Give me the juice. Oh yeah, fair trade. The H stuff's down at the bottom of the cellar. I trust you to collect only the vessel you're owed. I'd be grabbing it myself. It's become a hard climb for my stiffened shell. Oh. Okay. It's at the bottom of your cellar, huh? Don't mind me. Did I read this? Tough furred seed from the center of a corpora cluster. Stout to the taste, but strong once ground is seasoning. I did read that. It was still red. Okay, but if we're dealing with this guy's cellar, I guess we were using this for a while. And I think it was probably this, and if I had to choose, quick. And if we're dealing with something scary, maybe the fancy new laser. I do kind of want to have like a themed build whenever we're working with one of these crests that have a kind of niche that they fit into. I'm not sure which one of these tools would be witchy though. Maybe the brew, that's sort of witchy, I don't know. We could like combine one of the poison defensive tools and make the brew poison, so it's sort of like we're a poisony witch or something. Whatever. Okay. We're here. We're here in the cellar. I was just gonna do delivery today. We're only collecting what we're owed, but I guess we can break whatever is breakable along the way. What's with the creepy design, though? These are like eyes, aren't they? They're meant to look like eyes, even though they're not supposed to be eyes. I guess they're kegs of alcohol or something, or nectar. Is it the Eye of Ra, or perhaps the Eye of Providence? No. It's just some kind of keg filled with nectar, like I said. That's it. It's just this. That's the only thing down here. That's all. Weird cellar. What are you doing here? Why are you trying to steal this guy's hard-earned stuff? I don't think we got it. They like stole it at some point. Or did they? Do I have it in my inventory? I don't. Well, where the heck is it? They make this one narrow corridor just for fighting this guy. What was that? They spawned more in. I see, we're trapped in. Is this a hustle? Am I being hustled? I thought I was trying to defend this guy's stock that these guys were stealing from. Okay, another one of these guys. Ow. Where's the big guy at? Come over here. Come a little closer. There. Nope, that wasn't good. Just die then. I'm too afraid of you right now. So, why was this like a giant anthole? Well, we got it. The vintage nectar. High-quality nectar of a long-lived aphid. Oh. Kept in storage over many lifetimes. To allow a complex maturation. Okay. That's why they attacked. Oh, we camped out too. I guess it's a good thing I used my tool a little bit liberally. Was that like the last guy we had to kill? No, wait, we already got the the entry for that one. You're back, miss. Heard a little commotion below. I trust everything went, smoothly. Sir, your cellar seems to have an ant problem. Very funny, Hornet. I assume in sending me down, it merely slipped your mind to mention. Oh yes, well, with your weapon and talent and what, I'm sure they didn't pose a problem. And why, I see you've collected your prize, so we both come out well from the trade. I want a discount. Enjoy your nectar, miss. No simple pilgrim will ever taste a drop so fine. You should be selling this to me for free. After what I was put through. News still not here. I wonder how we continue New's quest, if at all. Oh right, I should equip the other thing. I just realized why I was going so slow. Oh, we're still not, that's right. I only temporarily equipped that one. It's actually like a lot faster, so fast that I accidentally ran into this thing. We should buy that thing from Grindel that increases our capacity, since we camped out on the old shell shards here. Hey guys, sorry to say I kind of failed the delivery. The delivering's all broke. Would you try again, Miss Courier, etc, etc. Yeah, we'll try again. I'm glad there's no down payment for this, if you happen to fail. No real punishment other than having to come back here and do the whole thing over again, which is really the real punishment, so just making a cost on top of that would be insult to injury. I like to think we would have done it first try if I wasn't also farming for money at the time. But I was and I failed. At least we can do some minor optimizations, I guess. I think anyway. Going this way instead. Which I think is better. Damn, that's not optimal. Reaper's a pretty good pick with the long nail for traversal here. It's safe and it's relatively fast. Not fast at attacking, but it's fast because of the specific trajectory the pogoing has. And also the uppercut is pretty good. Not that we really need to use that. This way, that's right. And all the way up. This wasn't the route I used last time. Guess I did a little skip last time. Okay, we're pretty much home free from here, even though this is the part where I died. Not died, but where the delivery died. Careful down here. Don't run into any spinning fan blades in the dark. Don't run into any of these guys like I did last time. We're not fighting this time. Not really. Right, this way. The rude thing about the first game when you were doing the flower delivery quest was that they kind of force you into a fight right out of the gate. Which I guess was sort of a warning for the rest of the travel that you had to do for that quest. They make you fight a bunch of big guys in a narrow corridor. There's no real way around them unless you went out of your way, I think. In this case though, we don't really have to fight anyone unless we want to farm. Which we don't, not right now. This guy again. Yeah, that easily avoided. It was this easy the whole time. Alright pal, here's your meat. Sir, I bring ingredients for the dish. At last, my master is withering away from hunger. Let us see what gifts you bring. Ah, what's this? The rasher of a courier, tied up tight. I can see its fat still dripping fresh. Pickled muck maggot. So that banished chef's recipes outlive them after all. Yeah, only because we killed them. Not so, sir. I claimed the maggot from the chefs himself. Their brutish work continued. Even with their shell claimed by cursed dread. Incredible. A work so devout they could cook with mind expunged. This citadel was far too hasty to expel such brilliance. The nectar, to think, such an aged extract still exists. What an exquisite tragedy that I cannot taste it myself. My master must have every drop. A crust nut, stale and dull, you'll be thinking, yes, but ground to the finest powder, that's when its tart taste blooms. With this, I have fulfilled my promise, sir. The ingredients have all been delivered. I trust now the meal can be made, and the oil awarded for my efforts. You'll have your oil, whelp. Firstly, learn some patience. The dish must be prepared perfectly, enough to rouse my master and see them sated. Now permit me to work my skill, and you'll stand to see a meal of scent and taste that would dazzle Forloom in her prime. And maybe we can have a taste too, as an extra reward for all the hard work we did. Taste, smell, texture, it's done. A meal to rival Forloom's finest. Mighty master, how long you have waited to set your jaw upon so perfect a dish. Join us, and dine. I kinda wish I changed my crust before this. Oh, we granted the wish, sure. Oh, not a boss then. I could have sworn this was some kind of boss chamber. Your master seems satisfied, sir. It is time you gave what was promised. Yes, yes, it has been done. Made and served. A dish to match my master's refined desires. Yeah, refined. The pale trifle is yours. Take it and leave. My master needs time to reflect, and I must ponder on flavors anew. So majestic. So mighty. Eat, feed. Yeah. Majestic and mighty. Much eat good. The best of us. Eat, eat. The master certainly eats a lot, I guess. Okay. Alright, I'm leaving. And that's it. No fight in this grand chamber. They're not angry that I took their pale oil. We had a deal and that was it. I'm actually surprised it went so smoothly. Well, in that case, if we don't get a meal after such a hard day's work, then I think we'll retire over in the location that I should have gone, over this way. There. I'll retire in the spa, since Hornet did such a good job. But Hornet's real reward is waiting in the next episode, when we turn in this pale order for some extra damage on our nail. Now would be a good time to take a break.